What is going on, everybody? Mad Scientist back. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome. Today, I am talking about the Great Pyramid. And if you're wondering why I'm talking about the Great Pyramid, that is because I have been having a recent obsession with Nikola Tesla. And that led me down this rabbit hole, down to the Great Pyramid. And I've watched a bunch of videos on the pyramid and been reading a lot about it. And really just super interested in it, and that's the explanation. So basically, I just wanted to go over a little bit of what I found in one of the videos that I watched. Now I have to go back and try to figure out which one this was so that I can tag the link or put the link in the description. I'm new to all this, so I'll have to figure out how I can start actually getting the links to work from the description page, or the description of this video. But anywho, let's get right into this now that I've rambled on enough. So basically what this rabbit hole led me down was a variety of numbers that all have to do with 369, believe it or not. And this actually goes into something very more in depth than just some numbers, and I'll make a video to go over Tesla's findings tomorrow, and we'll talk a little bit about that on tomorrow's video. But for today, let's just have a quick little lesson about these numbers. So if you take the height of the pyramid and the base and multiply it on a scale of 1 to 43,200, so you take those numbers times 43,200. When you take the base times 43,200, you get the equatorial circumference of the planet Earth. If you take the height and multiply it by 43,200, you get the polar radius of the Earth. Now, the Earth's axis, it isn't exactly that angle, so to speak, but I was drawing quickly. But anyway, the Earth has a wobble called the precession, and it moves 1 degree every 72 years. Now, all these numbers come into correlate with each other, so stick with me, please. So the reason that these circles are drawn like this is because that's representing the Earth is on this wobble, the axis is. So it would draw, so imagine it wobbling, it would draw that outline. That's the wobble, or the precession of the Earth. And what to me that looks like the ability to directly bring light in through and straight through, all the way through the Earth. That just popped into my head, so that's pretty cool. So then we go over here. We allocate 30 degrees of movement for every zodiac sign. 72 times 30 is 2,160. That equals the zodiac age. You multiply that by 12, which is the number of zodiacs. You get 25,920, which is the great year. The heartbeat of the Earth is 1 in every 72 years, so 1 degree every 72 years. 72 times 600 equals 43,200. Now, that was tying in the 72 with 43,200. Then we get to the number 72 coming up in other places other than just at this pyramid. Osiris killed by Set and his 72 conspirators. Well, that had something to do with it, but the next two don't. In India, there are 72 syllables in the Rig Veda in Norse mythology. Angkor, Cambodia, have ancient pyramid-like structures that are 72 degrees longitude east. Now, this is why I got so interested in the Great Pyramid and went down a rabbit hole, because all of these numbers correlating like this together in different parts are not by accident. So all these numbers, when we add them all out, adding them out meaning exactly how it's written out. So Earth moves 1 degree every 72 years. 7 plus 2 equals 9. I'm not going to read all that. You guys can read that and pause it and read it if you want. So the only one that didn't was down here, and it came out to 18, which 1 plus 8 equals 9. So that was still, the full cycle still correlates with Nikola's obsession with 3, 6, 9. All of these numbers come back to relate to 3, 6, 9. And the reason that's so important is because of the invention that we're going to go over in tomorrow's video from Nikola Tesla. You can go find all this research on your own. There's tons of videos out there that would be much more informational and explain things in the greater detail. That's how I got to this point. But yeah, if you just want to learn as I go, I'm going to be making a couple more videos about the Great Pyramid, starting with, well, tomorrow's going to be about Nikola Tesla's, but the pyramid does play into that. And like I said, he was the one that got me down this rabbit hole to discover the video that that led me here, which some of the names related to this, I do want to shout them out real quick. Graham Hancock, Robert Scotch were a couple of them. Graham Sear was in this video. And there's a couple others. I can't find the names right now, but there's a couple other names mentioned in that. So yeah, shout out to them. If any of those names resonate with you, or if you want to search some more, just search their names and start seeing some of the work they've been working on. So thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm really just trying to pass along information that I'm learning and getting so excited about, just because I'm just new information. I haven't thought to go back and how I was taught about the Great Pyramid, which actually, let's talk about that for a minute. I was taught, here, let me switch this over. So I was taught, from what I remember in school, that they rolled these stones, and I can't remember exactly how they tried to explain that people moved these stones, but, oh, I have the numbers written down here. There were, collectively, the pyramid weighs 6 million tons. There was 2.3 million stones. The stones weigh 80 ton, and they had to be transported 500 miles or more to where the Great Pyramid was built. And the reason they know that is because the materials used to make the stone cannot be found other than any closer than where the closest part, the closest location was 500 miles away. Sorry. So yeah, that is another thing that got me really interested into digging down this rabbit hole, and it actually came to another discovery that I will make on another video that has to do with, shout out to Robert Grant, I believe. He just had an trip out there at the end of February, and they're starting to come out with some of the discoveries that they made while they were out there, and that's super, super exciting because we're about to start learning things that you never heard about before. So stick with me here. This is going to be an exciting path, going down the discovery of the pyramid and more videos like this. And like I said, go do your own research. There's tons of information out there. I am just simply passing information along. There's nothing new I can teach you. There's nothing new that I know. I'm just simply finding the information and passing it along. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's all love. You know that. Be kind.